The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
This is going to be the highest rated, too. A1 overall D tackle and DN. Second round pick, couple round pick. We know that nigga to the good.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A man who missed all of 2021. This is J.K. Dobbins. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Got you. I just couldn't figure out how to get back to him. Gotcha.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play, won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
They've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Dobbins. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either. Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory. It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward. And and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Ravens are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Marty, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Oh, I hesitated. That was
stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
How did you hesitate? That was touchdown. Oh, you seen this word? Fucking hesitated.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Jackson.
Let's go.
They'll take it into the end end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
Way to read that in. He was trying to, he's already heading there.
I ain't gonna fall, bro. I want to win this game, but I need my man to get that first more. So I'm about to do it.
We only need a few inches, bro.
My nigga do it. His first.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First down. We just needed that, bro. There we go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they played.
It's so hard on that series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least only 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up.
He won't throw it to his running back.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
That was great.
Room here to run. Fights through it.
Oh my God.
And finally, he's taken
Mostert is
down
making Mostert an animal.
Conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
I don't know, I don't like that. Give me that.
Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua.
He cut home.
He's got it. Touchdown.
I'm a 79 now.
Robbie Anderson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7.
Dolphins got him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Come on,
that
bro.
Gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball.
Yeah,
should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Dolphins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Javon Holland coming up to make the start.
I'm calling the plays again.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Too passion, we can stay in zone. Once they start doing the second pass, the zone breaks down, everything can just go wherever.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Coming off of a Pro Bowl season 2020, many of us were stunned when Bradley Chubb had 0 sacks in 2021. That did come in only a 7-game season due to injuries. Cause for some concern, but he also had 19.5 sacks in his first 2 years as a full-time starter.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Second down, here's Mostert again. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
He was trying to get that ball to Auden Tate, but it'll be second down. Ready. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got
that is my fault for not being there.
He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Tua now on first down. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got it, not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Come on, you just gotta come down.
Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson now.
I am too. It's just both of you guys.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And with
One
just
second, should I go for
in the
it
first half,
or take
they'll
the
call
field
the
goal?
timeout.
Take a field goal. Take a deep breath.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From
I'm
the
on a
left hash, you'll have
3-yard
to cut
line,
this
bro.
at
I'm
a
really
tight
ready to
angle.
go for it. I should have went
Tucker's
for it,
kick is
bro.
good, and that will do it for this first
3-yard
half.
line.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead in the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now.
When I get the ball,
Alongside Charles Davis
my
operating guard,
fault.
getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think
That's a dime. That's a dime right there.
Establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the
That's
first
a
half.
dime
They
right
get back
there.
in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. That's just flat out a beautiful play right there.
It was that's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action with Jackson.
That was some lucky shit. They out of pocket because they moved my nigga running
He's
wrong.
got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 21.
Mark Andrews is
19
gone.
yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
He hold that block 1 second, bro.
About 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain.
Hold that block 1
2.
second, bro.
And a lot
1
of
more
times these
second.
plays,
A
they either
tenth
go
of a
for
second,
nothing
bro.
or they go
Bother
for
you.
big
Let me get to
yardage
the
in here.
outside.
They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A give up the middle to Dolphins.
So how did everybody just start hopping out?
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Yo, stop, man.
Ricard gonna get it on the option.
Maybe
I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Whoa. I never think you sweet, huh?
They're going for it with Dolphins.
Oh my God, I should have threw the ball.
Go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory.
This nigga Mosa is killing us.
In any case, it didn't work here.
Yo, Mosa is killing us. Like, what the fuck? Mosa probably got like 200 yards.
Running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him, where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Look at this shit. Mosa is killing us.
155 yards for him on the ground now. He's been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
Yo, they just made my man stand there.
Taking their time.
Whoa, this shit. Yo, that shit glitching the sand. My nigga's just standing. He's standing there.
That good for 19 and a first down.
I can't even stop Mosa,
right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Whatever they want,
and he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mostert, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. They'll roll him out.
Thank you, Tua. Thank you. Because they really sit there and watch you run to the outside.
As soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
If me and Bear are on the same side, don't have us run the same route. That way we can separate the 2 users.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Oh my God, right on there.
I know, but I want you to have an idea of where I'm going to run. I don't want you to just guess every time, because then it doesn't help you out. You know what I mean? I'm going to run basically what you call. Unless you tell me.
This 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal around?
Oh my God,
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. This one into the hands of Aguilar. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Dobbins running out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over the 46-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead.
They let Mostert just run through my defense. Like, that shit really bothering
me.
Me.
Midfield, he goes into Raven territory. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now. He has been tremendous all day long.
Like, Mostert really cooking me. Mostert, like, he ain't Mostert. Got
8
like
yards the gain on that last
rush.
run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try and run the option left side.
Kill to
he's
it,
going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
You know what you got, bro. You know it's roll call time.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
My niggas push me into shit. And Mostert is
situation coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Good defense. Good defense.
And we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Play action, and now it's Tua sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple of yards.
Once I got a pick 6 right here, this game's over.
1st and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On play action, here's Tua. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Matabike able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh my God.
It's Waddle. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Tua on 4th down.
Good
and
defense.
It's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them. After the other side, their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
I'll talk to you later.
I would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Let's fucking go, boy.
Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 63 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Oh, my God, Lamar. Who did you?
Yet. This thing's not done. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick.
Get it.
Say they have it. They do have it.
Fucking rain.
Accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time.
Man, Lamar should have got that fucking 2-point kick.
Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
That's a full time again.
Play to his receiver, Bateman. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks.
I know, but I was scared. I ain't gonna force
it. It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch,
oh, that's a pick. Curse you ridiculous.
Time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
I did some stupid shit, bro. I did that. I don't know what the fuck. I seen it. I threw it too late, bro. It was open, but it was just too late.
Yeah, boy, talk about having your backs to the wall. This
they
were in danger surrendering.
I did some nut shit.
They needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
It's cool. You going? I got 2 wins against you. I'm gonna get 2 wins against you. Hey, everybody. I keep telling you this is my division, bro. You're not gonna come here and make no difference. I can't believe I lost that. I get that game away. That shit just took the sack.
They have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score. They get the victory.
That's cool. I'm running right past that. Y'all got no run defense.
After this one.
And Brandon, just like you,
damn. That's the Achilles heel.
How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the home?
Y'all block shares was on like 70.
Big time moment. No one shied away from
That's cool. As soon as you do that, I'm gonna audible out of there and hit you with something else. I want you to listen. You know, I like that.